Touching down in the Peruvian capital, a Chinese scientific delegation brought with it the hope of a vaccine against the deadly coronavirus. These boxes carry some 12,000 vaccines made by China's state-run pharmaceutical giant Sinopharm. The Chinese scientists will begin clinical trials with 6,000 Peruvian volunteers in the next few days. The pharmaceutical firm Sinopharm is the first of 6 drugs companies who are expected to test vaccines in the country. The initial trials will be split equally between 2 Peruvian universities with the longest traditions of medical research, San Marcos and Cayetano Heredia.
This is exciting for us. After all these months of work in planning the study and putting everything together, we finally have the material to work with. We've made every effort to ensure that the studies will be of the highest quality.
Trials with thousands of participants will allow researchers to gather data on the efficacy of the vaccines in order to give them the green light. China's ambassador to Peru, Liang Yu, said the trials would last more than a year, but a vaccine could be developed as early as the end of this year.
The arrival of these vaccines marks a new milestone in collaboration between China and Peru, especially anti-coronavirus collaboration. I believe through this collaboration we are getting closer to the final victory.
Developed by a unit of Sinopharm, China's National Biotech Group, or CNBG, the vaccine has passed through 2 trial phases in China.
Sinopharm Group's China Biotech has a history of developing vaccines for more than 100 years. Most of the vaccines on China's market are developed by us. In terms of the COVID-19 vaccine trials this time, we have very strict controls. From a safety perspective, we got very promising results from both the first and second stage of trials, which showed there's no problem with its safety. 100% of the patients developed antibodies and turned from positive to negative.
China has been one of the main donors to Peru, offering both materials and expertise to combat COVID-19. Peru is one of the countries worst hit by the coronavirus, ranking 5th in the world for cases and logging the highest mortality rate per capita.
This is the first process of its kind. That's why it has so much significance, because of the common history we share with China, because of the existing collaboration, and because of the care which institutions like the Chinese Academy of Sciences are taking in overseeing the quality of the investigation.
Peru's cooperation in clinical trials should give it more access to a final vaccine. Dan Collins, CGTN, Lima.